chapter 5 of St. Paul's letter to the Romans, one of the theological masterpieces that St. Paul gives us. He first reflects on the consequences of the sin through one man. And obviously he's referring to Genesis chapter 3, to the one sin and one man, that being Adam. You know, if you look at Genesis immediately and you follow the story, you know, you have the sin of Adam and Eve, then you have the, original shame where they're naked and now they feel ashamed about it and they hide themselves from God. But immediately as you go through the story, you see how quickly sin and moral evil starts to kind of pervade the human person. I mean, right away, there are two sons. You have Cain and Abel, with Cain murdering Abel. Then you have the flood and you have the Tower of Babel. All this happened through one man. And if you just look at our lives and you look at the world that we live in, you can just still see how sin kind of reigns and afflicts the world that we live in, all through one man. All the moral evil and horrible things that we see, all through one man. But St. Paul says, well, if that can happen, now what about God becoming man? What can he achieve? And so he says, just as through one transgression condemnation came upon all, so through one righteous act, acquittal and life came to all. For just as through the disobedience of one man the many were made sinners, so through the obedience of the one, the many will be made righteous. If one regular human person can cause so much, how much more can the incarnation cause so much virtue and grace in the world? And so St. Paul says a very important line here for those who are weighed down by their sins. Where sin increased, grace overflowed all the more. As sin pervades our body, so also grace, the righteous act of Jesus, is right there as well. So there it is. There's the hope right there. We kind of focus so much in on our sins and we act as if, it's the end of the world and there's nothing that can be done about it. But God and his grace are so much greater than us and our sins. The cross, the obedience of the Son to the Father, out of divine love, conquers all the sin and evil in our lives. We can't destroy God's grace. We can deny it, we can reject it, we can not ask for it, but if we want it, it's far greater than all the sins that we have in our lives. Praise be God the Father through Jesus Christ. May God bless you.